Do not attempt to adjust your programming. You are now listening to B-Movies and Beyond.
This is B-Movies and Beyond. We're here to rap about movies. Isn't that right, Ryan?
What?
Rap about movies, huh? That's what we do here at B-Movies and Beyond. We rap about movies.
Are we rapping about movies?
Yeah. Lay down the beat.
Hey Peter, what's up?
Hey, you're not going to lay down the beat?
Do you want to beat it down?
Yeah. Welcome in, everyone, to 362 of B-Movies and Beyond. We're getting so close.
Oh, we're gonna have to do something special, huh?
I know, dude. Really should plan that.
We literally have like 3 weeks.
Well, unless we go on a little hiatus. What if we went on a long hiatus between 364 and 365 to plan this big event?
We would just edge our listeners at all times.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Don't climax. You gotta
Yeah,
wait. Be patient.
just hold it in. Just
Yeah.
hold it in. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. Peter, it's good to be back. You're super quiet. Why are you super quiet? Are you mad at me?
I don't think I'm quiet. Things goes about the same as you.
I just couldn't hear you over the music. And usually I can.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I didn't yell it. I don't know.
You didn't go, welcome back to B-Movies and Beyond. This is
I know. I was vibing out to the music, so. But we're back. We are back, Ryan. How you doing? Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. Oh, yeah, because I missed prom. We talked about that. Mm-hmm. And then the following weekend, toy convention.
Yeah, how was that?
It was okay. You know what? Good and bad. Let me tell you this. So Retromania, like, last minute sent me an email and was like, by the way, we're going to be up in Loveland or Longmont. And I was like, man, that'd be fun to go. And, like, Jeremy and I were planning on going. Jeremy decided to become lame again. And then just Nikki and Nikki's husband, Nate, you know, the guy we know?
Oh, yeah.
They were just kind of like, hey, are you going? And I was like, no. And Nikki was just like, we're going to go. And I said, oh, well, if you're going and you're in Arvada and just want to happen to swoop me up, just swoop me up. So they did.
Nice.
I ran some errands with them. We dropped off Atlas and we made it up with maybe an hour and a half to spare.
Before it closed?
Yeah. Yep.
What time they close?
5:00.
Ooh.
Yeah, so good and bad. The weird thing was, like, usually Retromania is 2 days out in Aurora. This one was 1 day, and it was snowy, and the directions took us to a, where did I get churro? What do they call those things?
A pound. No, shelter.
Pound. A shelter, yeah. So,
Shelter
like,
pound. We
showed up, and, like, this building just spewed out with people, like, walking dogs and letting them pee all over the place. And I was like, this is the wrong place, but I'm not mad because there's a lot of dogs. And one guy was nice enough to tell us where to go. So we went there and we saw a handful of Ghostbuster-themed vehicles.
Nice.
Yep.
Colorado Ghostbusters were there.
Yep.
Sadly I missed out, but I was there in spirit, busting ghosts with them.
No, you weren't because they were there and they're Ghostbusters. So if you were in there in spirit, then they would have busted your ass.
No, it's like the good ghosts, like from Frozen Empire.
Oh, the weird lesbian one. So you had like a weird, like ghostly sexual relationship with them.
Yeah, I'm the weird lesbian one.
You're a weird lesbian ghost, Peter.
Yeah.
um, we have to have a serious talk on why you don't have your own Ghostbusters vehicle.
Oh, dude, I've asked Danielle if I could do that, and she said yes. But
Wait, she
So-
said yes, and you could just do it?
it takes some time and money, and I don't have those things. That's why I was not there. You know what I was doing when you guys were running errands? I guess I was doing my own errands. I had to dispose of a whole bunch of shit around my old house
Mm-hmm.
into a big ass dumpster in the snow. So that was
That's
fun. But here's the thing too. I was thinking about this, like, man, I really want to go to this toy event, RetroCon. But I think I'd be really bummed out because I'm like, I want all these things and I can't get them. Did you guys
Yeah.
get anything?
Okay, so I went in there with no intentions, and I actually set small goals for myself, and they were just kind of dumb. Because, like, we were just having a conversation just recently that on this podcast, we're like, oh, Toxic Avenger. So I was like, I'm going to set a goal to find Toxic Avenger toys.
Nice.
Because that's weird and obscure, and if I find it, that's like an impulse buy where I'd be like, I got it.
That's cool.
I didn't find any, so that was a hard one. And then I was just moseying around, and I was like realizing people were closing. Let me just show you. Hold, please.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I'll
hold,
just
please.
talk amongst myself.
Yeah, just keep on talking. No
Yeah.
worries, it's not too far away. I'll yell in the
Yeah.
microphone for all the viewers and listeners. But
Right
I
to the
did
good.
get something. It was
It is
unexpected,
toys.
and I'm really happy I got it. It was a happy surprise. 10-year-old Ryan would be super stoked about what he just did. And the value that he got for it. I don't know why I'm yelling. You could probably hear me just fine.
So the toys for the 10-year-old Ryan, the bargain is for the present Ryan.
You hear it?
I hear a box.
Can you see this?
No, it's like going into the green screen shit.
Ah, fucking.
Oh, you see it's your face. Oh, it's Spawn. I should have guessed.
I got a giant spawn.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Look at him.
Oh, man. So I got to ask, are you one of the people, do you keep it in the box or you take it out?
This one?
It's any of them.
All my other spawn figures are out of the box, but this one's going to stay in it because the
Yeah.
box is so nice.
That is nice.
Look at that.
Is that from like the 90s?
This is from like 96, dude.
Wow.
Look, even the plastic's okay.
Yeah.
So,
Looks like you just got that off the shelf.
yeah. $35.
Dude, I used to get Spawn figures from Costco.
Oh,
And-
dude, you got that pack too?
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
like multiple characters, and they came with comic books, man. Oh, I loved it. It was so
Dude,
cool.
I remember core memory right there, Peter. Like holding that giant, like it was like this wide, and it was like all the Spawn figures, and it was like, you're like, oh, cool. I don't know what a Vindicator is, but he looks cool. I don't know what a Redeemer is, but it comes with Spawn too.
Yeah.
Like, Mom, can I get this? And she's like, no, that's demonic. And you're like, but it's not. And then she's like, yes, it was. And they're like, but no, it's not.
Isn't that crazy that somehow I was able to get that with Mormon parents?
It's because one of the characters was about Jesus.
Yeah. Well, I just feel like they had no idea what I was getting. It was
So,
like, okay, you and your action figures, go ahead.
yeah, picked up Spawn, and Peter, I walked in, turned the corner. First thing I saw was a 1988 on the card with no punch Leonardo Ninja Turtle action figure. I held it and I was like, is this a new one? Like, I was looking, I was like, wow, this is in really good shape.
Wow. No punch. Punch, you mean like they didn't punch out any of the weapons? What do you mean?
No, so back in the day when you went to Walmart or Target or Kmart, when they hung them on the shelves,
Yeah.
they had that weird little like triangle punch kind of thing.
Yes, where it would hang.
Yeah,
From? So
that was so
not.
no punch.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. No.
that's
punch.
rare, bro.
That is very rare. That means it was never hung.
Mm-mm. He wanted $160 for him. Leo, my favorite
Yeah. You
Ninja
just
Turtle
touched
of
it
all
and
time.
did you try licking it? Like, I licked it. No one wants this now.
Well, so I should have made an offer before and then walked around. Because if I would have made an offer before, then that would have put it in his mind that I wanted it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I put in the offer as we left, as I'm holding a giant spawn. And I go, all right, my guy. I was like, you're closing. I want Leo. I said, you were asking 160. And I knew he was going to say no because my offer was such a low ball. But I said, I got a crisp 100 for you.
That's not that bad. That's what I would have probably started off with.
Yeah. And he goes, I could feel his childhood coming up. He goes, I picked this up. I was like, no, you didn't. You weren't fucking 6 years old with a no punch card Leonardo. Like, don't lie to me. He goes, 130. And I said, I got a crisp $100 bill. And a giant spawn. And he goes, no. And I said, okay. I'll see you in March in Aurora. If you got Leo with no punch on the card, remember me.
Also have that $100 for you.
Yep. Maybe I'll make $30 by then.
Maybe. Good luck with that. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you guys got to go. One of these days I'll make it and hopefully have some spending money to actually, walk away with something. But until
March,
then,
dude. March.
Yeah. Oh, we should sell some merch. Is that how we're gonna get $30?
Oh, you said merch, but that actually makes sense. We should go sell some merch for the March show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
we'll get on that. Ryan, you've got a question.
Yeah, it's a lame one, but I'm gonna ask it anyway.
What? How? Why? I have so many questions!
But we only have time for one today. And what is it? What is this amazing question, Ryan?
Well, given that we're getting a repeat of 2-3 years ago, are you gonna watch the Super Bowl?
Yes, I will. Some football talk right now. It's just, as much as I did not want the Chiefs to make it in, it is. I like this rematch, man. This was a good. You gotta admit, the last time the Chiefs and Eagles played against each other, that was a good game, and I'm hoping for a better outcome this time. I want the Eagles to win. So. Yeah, but the NFL writers, man. Are we applauding the NFL writers? Because, I mean, if you think about this, we're getting
the NFL writers? Sorry.
Yeah, we're getting a rematch. Chiefs are so close to doing something that no other team has done before. Just the potential, I mean, it's a pretty good story. Would you not agree?
Any other team.
I know, but why is it? What is it? I mean, I understand. Okay, you gotta take away.
You can have the Toronto Argonauts come into the NFL and have a three-peat, and I'd be happier.
What is it about the Chiefs? Is it just because they're in division with our Broncos? What is it?
I don't think anybody has really realized this. People think the Broncos Raiders are a big rivalry for me. Fuck the Chiefs. Everything about
agree.
them. Everything about the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City, Kansas. Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City barbecue. Kansas City the red. Kansas City yellow. McDonald's. Um Tony Gonzalez. Joe Montana. Them being Indians, and nobody's claimed that they're racist. Every other team has gotten it. The fucking allegations with their running backs, Tyreek Hill, Patrick Ass Mahomes, Brittany Bitch Face Mahomes, Jackson. I'm a dancing losing. I can't say it. Guy on TikTok. Patrick Mahomes Senior, drunk ass dude. Andy Reid, eat every cheeseburger in the fucking world. Lamar Hunt paying Roger Goodell, sucking him off, having the refs suck off the team. Every fucking fake penalty that's ever happened, like this season has been so set up. Like it's so obvious, dude. I mean, the last playoff game, the punter casually runs into the end zone to create a 9.5 spread for the sports betting. Like, dude, Peter, I watch pro wrestling, and pro wrestling is more real to me than football.
Only when you're watching the Chiefs.
But they're fucking about to make their own. It's not write their own history. They bought their own history. I really hope that there's an asterisk one day. I really hope that one day, you know how the Patriots had the Deflate Gate and every other cheat gate that they ever had? I really hope that one day, if this comes to fruition, that there's a three-peat, I really hope that one day in the future, it just comes down on them hard and they never get anything else again. I want after this to be the curse to the Chiefs that will never touch the light of the rainbow at the end of the rainbow ever again.
I want that every year for them. So
yeah, but this needs to happen. You know what? Guess what? I want to be 99 Bob Barker years old and Chiefs fan be like, remember that one time during this time? And I'm gonna say, fuck you, all of you. You guys were lying, cheating, buying motherfuckers that changed the entire game of the NFL.
Yeah. See, I thought that's what you wanted was, like, basically it comes out that, yep, Roger Goodell was writing every single football year. Every season, he knew the teams he wanted to win the Super Bowl, and he had these dynamics and then what I want is the Chiefs, like, they were trying to tell us by doing these absurd, just like trying to lose these games, and yet the refs are like, son of a bitch, let me throw a flag, because they have to win. That's what I see, and they're going to make a movie of it. And Travis Kelce will play Travis Kelce. No, Travis Kelce will play Patrick Mahomes.
No, Jason Kelce will play Travis Kelce.
Yeah, but then Travis Kelce, because he always also acts, he can play Patrick Mahomes. It'd be fun.
No, Kermit the Frog would be Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, then who does Travis Kelce play?
Who's he play?
Kareem Hunt.
Pat McAfee. For some weird reason.
Okay. I like it. Oh, man.
And
All
Roger Goodell is a giant dildo. Oh, wait, no, that's real. I'm not watching it, dude.
You're not? You're boycotting?
Right. I want this to be the lowest rated Super Bowl. We need to prove a point. So I'm going to find out what movies are being played on February 9th between 3 o'clock till 9 o'clock Mountain Standard Time.
Yeah.
And probably go watch them. So go support your local movie theater.
I mean,
Draft House, AMC, Cinemark, any one of them.
I mean, I
I
hear
don't
you.
even care if they're playing fucking Moana 2.
It's good.
Go watch
support, Support support the movie theaters or hate watch football like I am.
No, hate watch movies in spite of
I don't
shitty.
hate watch movies.
Yes, you can. I hate watch movies all the time. I watched Furiosa, for Christ's sake.
I watched that too.
I hate watched it. You enjoyed it.
How do you? I mean, I didn't. It was a little rough, but it definitely was not a hate watch. But why don't we get into some trailers, huh? This is just upsetting you.
Well, do you think it's upsetting me, or am I upsetting myself? Where's trailers?
Both.
Here are some exciting coming attractions from
B-movies and beyond.
Dun, 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 dun.
Trailers. So I just have to say, right off the bat, 'cause I really don't want to spend a lot of time on this trailer, but I was very concerned, Ryan, that someone took my idea for a killer that works throughout the calendar year, all the holidays, because Amazon has this trailer that just dropped called The Calendar Killer, and I was like, oh shit, Amazon's been listening, and they stole my shit.
Probably.
Did you watch the trailer?
Yes.
Well, they did not. Basically, it's just a killer that selects a date and puts it in front of you, and that's the date you're going to die. So,
Isn't that a Batman villain?
there is a calendar man.
Calendar Man.
Yeah. Which I think I talked about. I wanted to take that title, but we'll see if I can do that or not. But yeah, this is not the same thing. This is some like British, I think either movie or series. And did you know? Apparently, I don't know if this is really true. I just go off of like anything that's on TV is fact. They have a service where you can call them. You're walking home alone. You call this service and just talk to you while you walk home alone.
In Europe?
Yeah. This is basically that's the gist of it. But also, there's a really psychological aspect of this one where you don't know if this girl's sane or not. And there's also this calendar killer where, again, he's somehow like kidnaps you or somehow puts a date next to you so that you know, like, oh, you're gonna die on this day. So I don't know, pretty weird, but my idea is still alive and well, so that's all I care about.
Wait a minute. I like this whole... Why don't we have this? Why can't you just call someone so when you're walking home, you're on the phone with someone?
How does this help anything, Ryan? Really, I thought about this and like, oh, that's kind of interesting. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, what does this do? That means basically if someone's gonna murder you, you're just getting murdered while someone's listening. Like, how does that help? Is that comforting to you? It's just someone's listening. You have someone to scream to, so you're not alone.
Yeah. I'm cool with that.
All right.
I
was like, I don't know how this is beneficial. I don't understand how this can help anyone. But hey, I mean, I get the idea that you want to talk to someone while you're leaving, at least to be like, hey.
Okay, think about this, dude. There's been a scenario where, like, I've been by myself and, I don't know, Terrifier 4 news comes out. And I'm like, I really want to share this with my friends. So I send a text, and my friends are like, "Beep, crickets." And I'm like, really want to talk to someone. And what if it's late night? So I could just call someone, and I could
this service.
I could just talk to them about my excitement about Terrifier 4 coming out. Meanwhile, I'm walking around, and then just in case Art the Clown comes out of nowhere and decides to like start mass murdering people, I could be like, dude, I told you so, and I'm good.
So that he can relay that to all the friends is that it was Art the Clown. He said, I told you. So.
Oh, is that it? Is that it? I'm more concerned about this like service so you can just call and chat with someone. Can I be like, dude, have you like, is this a thing? This should be a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Here in the States, I mean, you could just try calling like the suicide hotline or something. Well, maybe that's kind of rude, but they'll talk to you.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh about it, but like, could you imagine, sir, are you okay? Yeah, no, I'm totally fine. I'm just walking home and I just had a thought in my mind about like, should they make Den of Thieves 3? Like, after what happens in the second one, like, do you think there should be another one? Like, instead of O'Shea Jackson, should they bring his dad Ice Cube and have him be a main boss? Like, what's up? What do you think?
Yeah, you're just taking up all the lines because I got some really important questions. I just need someone to talk to.
Sir, do you need some help? Yeah, I need some help figuring this out real quick. Like, does the Joker really kill Batman? Like,
Yeah. Oh man.
See, that's why there's never any services for this shit, because
That's true.
someone would misuse it. Not me per se.
That's why you have to have this separate service where it's not as critical compared to like a suicide hotline. So
Yeah.
we need this. We need this lower one where people are just willing to chat, talk about movies. We can start this, Ryan.
That's a great. Hey, what do you think about it? Like, dude, could you imagine having someone to talk to about an X-Men movie fan cast at all times?
Oh, dude, you would have so much fun with that.
I'd call and be like, dude, okay, Cyclops. Peter's not available. He's working, but what do you think about this guy for Cyclops?
Oh,
He was Nightcrawler for a minute, or Nightwing, and Robin. So I think it's a good match.
Man. Well, we'll get on that. But speaking, man, you've been mentioning a lot of DC people, and not really a trailer, but I still want to bring this up. Is that, I mean, dude, Art Clown, your buddy, he got his Joker role, kind of.
He is abdicating for his Joker role.
Yeah, but dude, we're literally so. Was it David Howard Thornton?
Thornton.
Yeah. He was just like, oh man, I would love to play the Joker. He even did like some videos, of him doing that. And then like right now, there's a fan film called Joker's Wild, and it's just him basically. It really is. It's him as the Joker, and I mean I won't ruin anything, but it's him and he's torturing a Robin. That's really it.
Like a bird?
Yep, just a bird.
Mm. That's weird.
Really upsets Batman.
Batman's an avid
Birdman.
bird watcher.
He's Birdman too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Duh.
I'm just really curious though. Like I watched this 12-minute fan film. It seems like, it was, they probably heard that he wanted to do this. He's like, I got an idea. Let's go shoot it real fast. I think it was shot really nice. It looked, production values there.
He
I
wore
thought it was
way
an
too much
interesting
makeup.
take on the Joker.
Okay.
And I'm really curious how you felt about that.
I didn't watch it all the way, but my initial thoughts were, why does he have an entire plaster face of makeup to look like the Joker?
That was my thought too. I thought that he did not need that. Again, this is, fan films, low budget, but it was a lot. It was David's Joker face, especially the lips, right? Like that was the one thing I was like, I can't see the guy's smile. Like he's just constant like in this weird state, and you almost can't even see his mouth move because of all these prosthetics that are just on his face. It's just attached there. Like I don't know. It was a weird choice. And I don't quite get it. And it was also, the whole thing was very punk. Everything was punk. Did you get that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, besides the facial part, I thought he did do a good job at being the Joker. He did a good job just kind of going in and out of that laugh and just kind of cracking himself up. I thought he did a good job at that. So
I'm gonna watch this after the episode. Here's the thing, like after Terrifier 3, he in my mind was like the front runner to be the next Joker. I think he would do great. 100%. However, big name Hollywood motherfucker over here, Bill Skarsgård, was like, by the way, I would like to play the Joker as well. And Hollywood is going to go to big name motherfucker Bill Skarsgård. Just saying it.
yeah, I mean, you're probably right. I mean, he has a crazy face too, man. Like what he can do, that's but I mean, it's more than just that, right? It's the attitude behind it. I mean,
Have you seen Nosferatu?
no. Do you think he's got it? Do you think he can do this well?
Have you seen The Crow?
No.
Have you seen It?
Yeah, I seen that. Both
It
chapters.
too. Bill Skarsgård has what they call in the industry range.
The Joker needs some range, huh?
Heath Ledger.
That's what I'm saying. So Heath he was special.
Check.
He was
Nicholson.
yeah.
Yep. Jared Lego.
No.
No. No.
No.
No. You're right.
I thought kind of what David was like pulling from was probably more of Mark Hamill. Just the way he was speaking and the going into the giggles and the laughs, like that's what I got from it.
Here's the funny thing. David Howard Thornton. When you think of him, he would look fantastic in clown makeup. But the best thing about him in clown makeup is his character has never murmured a word.
Yeah.
And the Jokers are very vocal.
Yeah. What does that mean though? Does it throw you off? I mean, I guess I don't get it.
Well, here's the thing, like for someone who wants to play the Joker, whose main character that he started off with covered in prosthetics, they put more prosthetics on him to be more vocal. David Howard Thornton has done an exceptional job wearing prosthetics, being a clown and not saying a word, and using his facial expressions to be that clown. Now he does a 12-minute short wearing more prosthetics and has to speak. Less is more. Wear less prosthetics, speak more, be your character. You're the Joker. Bill Skarsgård could literally put green hair on and a couple scars on his face, paint it a little bit of white with a cut smile, and someone at David or James Gunn is gonna be like, oh, okay, here we go. You know? Excuse me. And he's 34 years old. David Howard Thornton is 45 years old.
The older Joker. Maybe that was the whole reason. Like, we gotta cover up those wrinkles. I don't know if it matters, to be honest. I just don't know. I mean, in this short, I just feel like that was a weird decision to make with that, and I don't know why that was the case. I would really love to have a conversation with someone, was that David's idea? Was it the director of this short? I don't know where they came up with like the need to have the prosthetics. But I think it was a wrong move. I think that's what we're getting at here. Didn't quite work out the way they had hoped. It's very brutal short film, so it was kind of fun to see like this horror, R-rated, Joker film. So, but I think it's worth a watch.
Okay,
Just 12 minutes.
David Howard Thornton is 11 years older than Bill Skarsgård, right? Have you seen Bill Skarsgård as Count Orlok?
No. I don't know.
I won't ruin it for you. If you want to, do a Google. Just a little Google. And
I'm gonna watch that. I mean, that's not Nosferatu.
Nosferatu.
Yeah. I do plan on watching it. I will see it, and Bill is really good. Like
Really
this
good.
is. Yeah, I just it's hard to say, but here's the thing: David got to do his role. He got to play it, and hopefully, it's the way that he wanted to do it. So, I applaud him for getting to do that. And to be honest, I would love to see a Bill Skarsgård version of it as well. Let them compete it out. See who's going to win the Joker battle. So,
I like your theory on it, Peter.
yeah.
I mean,
What else?
we had a Joaquin Phoenix kill it in the first one as Joker, and then the second one he killed it, but not in the right way.
Yeah. I just so some of these people that like I don't think I've ever say oh man, Heath Ledger as the Joker, ooh, Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker, and yet they made it work. They did it, and they each had their own little spin on it. That's why when you're saying David Howard Thornton and Bill Skarsgård, they all had their version of the Joker, and which one James Gunn decides to go with, who knows? And even then, he could totally go with some other just random guy because that's James Gunn.
Christian Bale.
Yeah. Dude, wouldn't that'd be cool. I actually really like that idea. Flip the script on it. Well, let's move on. 2 more trailers that I just randomly came across. One, because I saw Bill fucking Murray on Thumbtack, called Riff Raff. It's all about, I guess, gangsters fighting gangsters?
Seems like it. Yeah.
Yeah. But it looks like it's a really good cast. I mean, they got Bill Murray, Pete Davidson's in it, Jennifer Coolidge. What's that older guy? Is that Ed Helms? No. Who else was in there?
In Riff Raff?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was mostly distracted by Pete Davidson, Bill Murray. I lost you. Bill Murray and dude, I don't know what it is about Jennifer Coolidge, but I'm just not into it.
No?
Mm-mm.
Not a fan of Jennifer Coolidge, huh?
Nope.
I don't know. I think she's pretty funny, but
Ed Harris.
it is Ed Harris. Okay, that's what I
You
thought.
said Ed Helms.
Oh. EH, I was close. Ed
Same.
Harris. Yeah. Yeah, looks like a really good cast. Looks really funny. I have no idea what's going on, but somehow it seems like maybe Bill Murray's playing a little bit off his rocker and likes to kill people. He's a little trigger happy, which
Mhm.
haven't really seen that before. So I'm excited to see this. I think that it's something different for Bill and the rest of the gang. So I'm excited for Riff Raff.
Well, it's Bill Murray. I mean, sorry, excuse me. Bill fucking Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah. You always just got to give it the good old Bill fucking Murray rub.
That's right. And our last trailer, a little bit behind on this one, but I had to add it in because it's for you, Ryan. This trailer is for you. This movie's for you, and I cannot wait to watch this movie.
For me.
Yes, for you. Dark Match. And what is this movie about, Ryan?
Amateur pro wrestling.
But for real.
No, what it seems like is there is an indie league of wrestling that is kind of like a cult, and it becomes a death match with very satanic vibes. Cool.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. It looks
Listen.
really cool.
Chris Jericho had his acting chops in Terrifier 2, Terrifier 3. So he's like, hey guys, I have a great idea, Shudder. Like, let me make this movie real quick, and we'll put it on Shudder with some luchadors and some ice. And oh my gosh, it looks pretty brutal. It's on in the background now. Wait, you could stream it now?
It's Shudder, but is it really on Shudder now?
It just said stream on Shudder now.
Dude, I see a release of January 31st, 2025 for Canada.
Maybe I watched a Canadian trailer. Regardless, this is like, I'm probably going to review this next.
Dude, it looks like a fun ride. So I hope you do.
Well,
get to watch this
pro
and talk
wrestling
about
is
it.
the hottest thing in the world right now, so
telling me.
why not?
Yeah, do it.
Peter,
That's why
you
brought
enjoy
this up.
pro wrestling now, and it wasn't that difficult to get you into.
It's seeing it live. That's what did it. I would go watch Dark Match live.
Oh, you're now weird.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, it looks really fun, and I hope it is on Shudder right now so you can watch it and tell me all about it. But let's get into some news, Ryan. I don't know if it's really news, to be honest, but
We got some news. I threw some in there. Oh man, sorry fans, we are recording late. Totally my fault. Not Peter's
deal with
whatsoever.
the yawns. Nope.
Yeah.
I was ready.
As we're like, oh, this was so exciting. Yeah, we are excited, but just tired, excited.
Yes. And the first piece of, I mean, should we start off with this? Because I really don't know if this is news. This might just be made up fan hopes.
Bro, you just put a big old screenshot on there.
I know. I just saw it on Facebook and I took a screenshot. I was like, I got to, like, if this is true, this is fucking amazing. And it makes sense. And I tried to, like, search for it to see if there was, like, any, like, real articles besides just some random person on Facebook putting this up. But it's related to Sonic 4.
Important.
They said, according to the Insider Live Warrior, in Sonic 4, we will see for the first time a look at what would be Super Smash Brothers in the cinema. Since the story of Amy Rose will have multiverse plots, apparently both Paramount, along with other character producers, as much as Nintendo wants to bet on this mega event, they could lead the story of Sonic 4 when Amy Rose leaves a dimensional rift open to allow all these characters to come in to create Super Smash Bros. What do you think of that, Ryan? And I guess I should say this came from Cristo Ray Tepicoa. So I have no idea. Again, I think this is just maybe a idea. but I could totally see. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, right? Everyone's trying to do these team up movies. Why wouldn't they want to do a Super Smash Brothers?
Here's the thing. Sonic the Hedgehog thrives because the internet made it happen. And we live in a world where the entire movie was controlled by public disdain for the look of Sonic, which in turn made a major movie studio redo the entire movie. And then a competitor studio took the original character, made him a Joe character in a Chip and Dale movie, to be a FBI cop in a helicopter. So I wouldn't put it far past that this is real. And this is a possibility because Sonic and Mario, they have shown better Olympic games than the actual Olympics. They have fought each other better in Smash Brothers. So is it there? I think it's there.
But how? I don't know how they would do this. Would it be live action? Would it be animated CGI?
That's tough because Mario is all CGI.
Yeah.
Sonic is mixed world.
Yeah, I just feel like it might be easier to bring Sonic over. But I don't know, dude. Because they made a live action Pikachu. That worked out.
Sonic was in Wreck-It Ralph.
True.
I don't think we're there yet. Maybe at the end of this film they can allude to it. But I think we need more Mario or Nintendo movies to build it for Smash Brothers. But I think that's where their universe is going. There is going to be a Zelda movie. Mario 2 is coming out. I think we need, other classics like Track and Field and
Pac-Man.
No, that's Atari. Have you seen that Pac-Man short that's on Prime?
No, I have not.
It's weird, but it's like, what? It's weird. What else? What other Nintendo license? Perfect Dark.
This has like Crash Bandicoot,
Mario Kart.
Dude, like all these places, they played nice, so they could put all these characters together.
Think about that. Like, you would have to get Sony on board to play with. Wait, Mario. Who made that? DreamWorks?
I think so.
Illumination.
Oh, Illumination.
Movie. So who owns that one? That's not Sony, right? Sony has their own shit, right? Universal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if there's money, if there's a will, there's a way. And if there's some money for this, like, people will sign over some rights. Like, they can make anything happen.
Like Spider-Man?
Exactly. But the fact that apparently there was supposed to be an actual Pac-Man movie done by the guy.
Did you see my news on there?
No, I was giving you a segue.
Pac-Man movie from Justin Baldoni now doubtful because of fucking Blake Lively.
Okay. So, regardless, what was supposed to be a Pac-Man movie? I mean, honestly,
and
like, maybe this is for the best.
Yeah, who's Justin Baldoni again?
He's the director / one of the main actors in that It Ends With Us. And supposedly there was some bad stuff on that set where he was kind of sexual or I don't know. So Who
How
knows? There's a
does
lot
that
of back and forth with this lawsuit.
How does that translate to Pac-Man?
He's getting canceled, man.
Yeah, but why did they think that he would be a good candidate to lead a Pac-Man movie? Like, you give that to W.S. Anderson or whatever his name is, Paul S. Anderson.
Paul W.S. Anderson.
Yeah, you give that to Mila Jovovich's husband,
Yeah. So
and you make her Pac-Man. That's a better
Exactly.
story than fucking Justin Baldoni touching this.
I don't know. Again, I just don't understand why a Pac-Man movie? What would a Pac-Man movie be? Apparently, this is live action Pac-Man. Like, seriously, what the hell is this?
Well, you
Like, I
obviously
think I'm
haven't
more
watched the one on
curious-
fucking Amazon Prime, have you?
No, I have not. Like, do you think like they could work a live action Pac-Man movie?
Watch the one on Amazon Prime. And the answer is no. Like, because what we love and know of Pac-Man, like, has a different interpretation from everybody else. Justin Baldoni would probably make it some weird feminist movement thing, and it wouldn't make any sense because, in my mind, Pac-Man is a gumball that runs around and fights ghosts. Can't tell me any otherwise. You just can't.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it'd be like such a basically you're just using the name and that's all you're really getting from this movie. Very odd, but again, maybe it's probably for the best that this isn't moving forward.
Some movies
So-
need to be shelved. Like, John Cena's filming a Matchbox movie. Not Hot Wheels, but Matchbox.
Yeah, makes no sense. I don't get it. I could be wrong. But I don't. We've been down this road before, right? They made Battleship, right? They like, oh yeah, we're gonna take all these properties and make them into like these big action movies, and it started with Battleship, and what happened? It was terrible. I mean, it's really
Certified
fun, right?
terrible.
Yeah, but
You
it's fun-
certified it as terrible.
It's fun now, though. It's still terrible, but it's fun. It's very fun. So, what else do we got, Ryan?
We covered stupid Justin Baldoni. We covered potential Smash Brothers. Flight Risk, first awful movie of the year. Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
I mean, who wants to see Marky Mark like actually bald?
I don't. Well, just so many weird things with this. It was Mel Gibson directed it. Marky Mark is the bad guy who's also bald, which I just thought that was a weird choice. I mean, why does he have to be bald? Topher Grace is also in there, which you thought he was supposed to be the bad guy because they're transporting him. I don't know. And this all takes place just like on a small, like 4-person plane, right? Like this is I just don't understand it. But you know what? Finding out that it's the first awful movie of the year kind of makes me want to go see it that much more because I'm like I have to see how bad this is. Like what kind of piece of shit did they make here?
I mean,
Nope.
Craven was just released.
Onto streaming?
No, I mean just in general. Like we're talking about bad movies. Like,
No, but this is the first 2025 though.
oh, I mean,
Yeah,
if you think
we're
about it.
reset, man. With Craven's over. Like that was he. Again, I think that was just Sony just crossing fingers. Like, let's try to get something before the end of the year.
That was
I
a
don't know
pump
what
and dump.
else- Yeah, exactly. It would have been interesting if they put that out in January with Flight Risk. Which one is the shittier movie? Or just be like, it's a down month.
It starts with us. Last but not least, speaking of Terrifier, Damien Leone, our buddy, we had drinks with in person in Telluride, posted a photo that they are writing the script of Terrifier 4, and it sounds like we will finally reveal Art the Clown's origin story. How do you feel about an origin story so early in Terrifier lore?
I just feel like it's not gonna make any sense.
Does this ruin Terrifier's legacy?
No, I don't think so.
What if? No, I don't think so either. I think we have enough. They can retcon if it sucks.
Exactly. Or we already know there's something special, unique about Art the Clown. He's not your typical clown. So like, I think he really could just do whatever he wanted. Like, even if he wanted to be like, yeah, this guy's an alien, it works. And honestly, it'll probably be so minor. Like, I don't like. It'll just be a little bit of the movie, and the rest of it's gonna be him just killing people.
That's the plot of every Terrifier movie.
Exactly. That's why I'm not that concerned about like this whole idea. Like, oh, we're gonna give you a backstory for him. Like, all right, it's whatever it is. It's gonna be brutal, So it'll work out.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So, all right. Speaking about brutal, though, I got a brutal movie to review.
Really? I'm
Yeah.
curious. Oh. We should redo this with pews. Pew 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 pew.
Reviews.
We should tell our music director to redo that in pews.
Pews.
Pew 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 pew. Reviews.
Yeah.
Reviews.
So, I finally got around to watching the sequel to Smile, Smile 2.
Oh, it's not Frown?
No, they're still smiling. And I don't know why I waited so long. Like, somehow in my head, I thought like this movie just kind of sucked. I thought it wasn't as good as the first one, or there's no way it could be as good as the first one. I thought potentially it kind of like flopped. But now that I'm just kind of looking, I'm like, I don't know if that's really the case. You tell me, like, it was $28 million to make, and it grossed for U.S. and Canada 68, almost $69 million. Gross worldwide was $138 million. I mean, that sounds like a success. Wouldn't you think so?
I think that's a win.
Yeah, I think so too. So,
and that that opens up Smile 3.
Exactly. And you could absolutely do a Smile 3. Because here's the great thing about this, is that the Smile 2 really, I mean, besides, the overall entity, there's no returning characters. There's nothing. Like, there's just nothing that even talks about the first one. This is totally separate. It's just the same premise, but a whole new cast. They have their own issues. They're in their own settings, and they gotta deal with this shit where this basically, it's kind of like a succubus, kind of attaches to you, to your soul almost, and gets inside your head, where you don't know what's real and what's fake. And this movie did a phenomenal job of doing that, where I was so confused so many times. And that was the point. They even would say, like, you think you're in control of what's going on. Like, no, you have no control. So this movie follows like a pop star now. She's a global pop sensation, Sky Riley. And she's trying to come do her like bounce back tour. Like she's struggled with drugs and alcohol, got in a terrible accident where her like boyfriend died, and so this is kind of like her comeback, right? She's like totally sober now, and she gets stuck with this entity. This entity attaches to her, and it's Naomi Scott is the lead. She plays Sky Riley,
Pink Ranger.
and I thought she did a phenomenal. It is the Pink Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. But she did a amazing. I thought she was very good and believable in this role. And like it was creepy, Ryan. Smile 2. I thought they actually, I think they got creepier than the first one. I
Really?
think they actually did a better job with the horror and also some of the gore in this one. And this Parker Finn, man, he's the writer and director of both of them. He just did a phenomenal job. It's pretty much all he's really done. He's done some shorts, and these are the two feature films, and I think he's crushed both of them. I kind of want him to do something else besides Smile, but man, guy is good, and I love how he directed it. I loved how he shot the movie, and I also think the writing's really, really well. Man, I just it's totally worth a watch. I was blown away by it, and oh, this is fun. Jack Nicholson's son, Ray Nicholson, is in this movie. And he's the boyfriend that dies. Spoilers, sorry. He's not really in it that much, but dude, his fucking smile, it's just so creepy. Oh man. And like that's the whole thing, like dude, like this movie, like I don't know how he does such a good job in getting these performances of like do this smile, but everything else is like deadpan, and it is creepy as hell. I loved it. Cannot say enough about this movie. You should totally watch it. I believe it is on Peacock currently.
Okay.
I think that's where I watched it. Nope, Paramount Plus. Sorry. It's on Paramount Plus right now. Smile 2. And like the ending's good. You always know, like, you know, if you saw the first one, no surprise with this one, I would say. But the overall, like, the reason behind it, it was right there in front of me, and I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh, it kind of like, once it happened, it was like, of course, that is why. But I didn't even think about it. It totally, like, I was so caught off guard, and I was so focused on all these other aspects that was going on with this film and what was going on with Sky, that I didn't even start thinking about, like, how is this movie even going to end? You know, what is the end game here? Because you're that captivated by the overall story and all the stuff that's going on with this movie. And I just, again, Parker Finn did such an amazing job of doing this psychological horror film with like demons. So so good. Great sequel. I think, dude, might be like one of those rare times where the sequel might actually be better than the original.
Okay, let me ask you this. Can you watch this without watching the original?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, like the only thing you get from the original one is just like, oh, this is kind of what this demon thing is, like compared to Smile 2, I think, kind of already is like, hey, we assume that you already saw the first one, so you kind of already have an idea what's going on. So we're just going to kind of go running into this situation. But they still explain it. Like, and they probably actually explain it better than the first one. So, I don't think you need to watch Smile 1 to see Smile 2.
Ah, my arm. It's just a pain.
Yeah. Did you see Smile?
So
Not too sure?
I haven't. And I feel guilty for not seeing Smile because anybody and everybody who's mentioned Smile 1 or 2 has told me how fantastic both of them are.
Yeah.
And then, like, I just kind of pushed off the first Smile because I'm like, yeah, whatever. That was like a mainstream, like, horror movie. But people are like, no, it's actually a good horror movie. And
yeah.
I think I watched like a good part of it, and then I just kind of fell asleep. But then I hear Smile 2, same thing. People are like, no, it's really freaking good.
So this Smile came out in 2022, man. 2022, we had like Talk to Me.
Mm-hmm.
Smile came out. Like all these movies that I feel like were like a little bit of like shocked, right? We're a little like, wow, these are really, really good. You know, not quite expecting that. There's a few more that came out that year. 2022, I feel like it was really good for horror. Surprise hits, in my opinion. But again, dude, I highly recommend this movie. I was blown away by it. So
Interesting. Okay.
yeah,
I need to watch Smile. I think it's about time.
I'm kind of curious. I almost want to say watch them backwards, and then you tell me how you feel.
Okay. I will do that because,
go.
Peter, let me tell you something. I did that with my movie, Den of Thieves 2, Pantera. I've never seen the first one. And I honestly, I was kind of like bored, and I was like, all right, I want to go see a movie at a movie theater, and nothing else looked good. I didn't want to see like the 9 werewolf movies they're making. I already saw Nosferatu. Like, I'm gonna wait for Moana to come out on VOD. So I was like, Den of Thieves looks cool. I like Baby Ice Cube, and I like Gerard Butler. So I gave it a shot. I enjoyed it. I had a great time watching this movie. I think it had a really good plot. But midway through, I was like, I'm missing something. And I feel like there's an entire movie that explains why these people are here.
Mm-hmm.
When I realized that, that's when I was just kind of like, I was forced to enjoy the rest of the movie. Then it became predictable, and I was like, shit, I gotta watch the first one. So, like what you're saying with Smile, like, I like the fact that I could watch Smile 2 and not have to watch Smile 1. Meanwhile, Den of Thieves, I watched an entire sequel to a movie, and I'm like, I need to watch the first one. And then it was affirmed to me after, like, when I went to work, and it was a Saturday, and my coworker was like, hey, we're going to go see Den of Thieves 2. And I was like, oh, okay, it's a good one. I like it. You know, I recommend it. He goes, what'd you think about it compared to the first one? I was like, I didn't see the first one. And he's like, what? You got to kind of watch the first one. I was like, yeah, I know, I guess.
I figured that out halfway through.
Yeah, so...
I'm just curious, like, I don't feel like I do this ever, but I feel like this happens to you quite a bit, is how many times you watch the sequel before the other one?
Remind me the last time I did that.
I thought you did this with some other franchise where you're like, I don't know, I came in like halfway through. like so maybe not the actual sequel.
Like midway in the franchise.
I swear you've done this before.
I mean,
but
I've done it
I
with
could be
Scream.
wrong.
I haven't watched the first like handful of Screams. I just watched
Maybe
recent
that's
ones.
it. Yeah,
That's a good
maybe
one.
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Um,
But isn't that's kind of weird? You have no idea what the first Scream is, and you just kind of start. And you're like, huh?
I watched the first one a long time ago. You know what
Oh,
my thing
yeah.
is? Like, dude, that's why I enjoy going to the movie theaters because I pay attention. If I watch
Yeah.
it at home, I'm supposed to be watching a movie called Possessor, and I'm saving it for when we have our special guests on. Spoiler alert, we're having special guests before episode 365. I didn't know if you knew this, Peter, but we're having special guests.
Okay.
And they're super excited. They're actually beyond excited. They're very mad at me that they haven't been on the podcast yet.
Man, we gotta figure this shit out then.
But Dylan wants me to watch Possessor. So I tried to watch that last night and now I fell asleep. And he's like, what'd you think? And I was like, dude, it's one of those movies I actually have to pay attention to. Like, I can't bullshit my way through it. And I think my 2025 resolution is to admit that I cannot bullshit through movies anymore. You know?
I mean, there's still probably some that you can.
Yeah, like Howard the Duck or probably Until Dawn. I feel like I can bullshit through that. Moana
Probably.
2. Mufasa.
Yeah, absolutely.
God, did I
You take
review
a nap
Mufasa?
through Mufasa. You
Oh,
probably just
dude, I
watch
did.
the first. Yeah, watch the first 10 minutes, the last 10 minutes. You're probably good.
Did you watch Mufasa?
No.
I did, and you just outlined exactly what happened. I took a nap through it.
Yeah, well, you did tell us that, but I didn't know how long the nap was for. But
All of us collectively took a full nap.
yeah,
Brittany, myself,
yeah,
Jade, like every one of us.
that's really bad. You know what sucks though is that I feel like Disney, all they're gonna see is like, look at all this ticket sales. Let's do another Mufasa.
You know what sucks is allegedly Mufasa made more money than Sonic. I call bullshit on that.
I told you. I think it's a conspiracy.
Like the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes, exactly.
Here, let's put the Super Bowl in perspective right now. Mufasa is the Kansas City Chiefs and Sonic 3 is the Philadelphia Eagles. And the refs are Craven the Hunter. Think about it. You're not going to watch the Super Bowl. Anyway, Den of Thieves 2. Fantastic movie from what I saw, what I gathered, and it made me want to go back and watch the first one. So if I could power through a sequel knowing I have to know the origin story of them in the original movie, and I want to go back and watch the first one, then I think they did a good job. I like Gerard Butler, dude. I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
He's done a great... He was in Tomorrow Never Dies. That's interesting. He has a great filmography. He's been in Dracula. He's been in allegedly James Bond. He was in Tomb Raider. You know, the list goes on. He was Phantom of the Opera. He was in Den of Thieves 1. 300. He plays a good cop, bad cop in this. A bad cop, but good cop, but like knows cop. Tells you what you need to know of the first movie Cop. Have you seen any Den of Thieves like the first one at all?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
Maybe that's a mission for us. What's my other one that I need to do? I need to watch another really shitty movie that I just don't want to do. What one? We've been talking about it, and it's like there. It's not like Masters of the Universe. It's like a movie. You keep on bringing it up, and I'm like, God dang it, we gotta watch this.
I told you.
Yeah, we gotta go back in our episodes and rehash it. But my review is not much of a review, but it's more so of my ignorance of not watching movies in chronological order. So
Yeah. Did you go back and watch Den of Thieves?
not yet.
Oh, I'm really curious about that, and if it really helps or not.
That's what, and I like what I see of the cast of the first one. You have Gerard Butler, you have Pablo Schreiber, which is you're falling asleep over there too. You have O'Shea Jackson Jr. So you have so Den of Thieves 2 has Gerard Butler and it has O'Shea Jackson Jr., which is Ice Cube's son, and then 50 Cent's in the first one. 50 Cent's not in the second one, so that kind of tells me something happens to him. Kind of ruined it for me. And then same thing with Pablo Schreiber, which is what's his name? Liv Schreiber, his brother, half brother, the guy who plays the Halo guy. You know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's the Halo guy. And I don't know, the first one just kind of seems like more street level, like dirty kind of thing, and then you get this sequel where it's like a big diamond heist, and that's the plot of the movie. But you get it almost gave me a Fast and Furious vibe, like here's this ragtag team of fucking ex-convicts and thief and experts and cops and stuff together to take on this heist. So that makes me want to watch the first one to see if it's actually that deep.
Yeah. Is the actions really good?
It's very good. Yeah, it's very good.
Nice.
There's car chase scenes. There's thief scenes. Breaking into bank vaults. There's not a lot of fighting. They do a lot of drugs in the movie. And I say a lot by but not like, how they glorify drugs. Like they show you partying and having drugs and having a bad time.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
the real life of drugs. So anyway, this week's episode is brought to you by procrastination. I was supposed to watch Den of Thieves and Possessor, and I haven't done those. So mine is a follow-up with Den of Thieves too. So maybe when I finish Den of Thieves, I could give you a full review on the story of what's going on right now. I do like that you solidified that smile too. I trust you more than I trust 90% of the people out there who say Smile 2 is a good movie. So
Dude,
if
really
Peter
good.
says it's good, then all you assholes out there better listen to Peter.
That's right. That
Yep.
is right. Ryan, just a little update. I was looking at numbers for Sonic 3 and Mufasa. It does appear that Mufasa is beating.
Cheating.
Yeah. It says grossed worldwide is like over 600 million, where Sonic is like 446.
Really?
But I didn't have the domestic. I think domestically, it's done like much better. But
Really?
internationally, it seemed like it did a lot. That Mufasa did really well internationally, which makes no sense to me. You would think Sonic would do better.
You would think so, but maybe Mufasa had better voice actors because it doesn't matter. And when you get the American ones, you're like, these guys suck. There was not one memorable voice actor in Mufasa. Sonic 3 had all of them.
Yeah.
The only one they're missing is Bill Murray, and for some reason, I feel like he could be next. Him or Nick Cage. Nick Cage could totally be Mecha Sonic.
Oh, that'd be cool to have him in there. Oh, man.
We'd finally get our Keanu Reeves and Nick Cage movie.
Oh, that'd be great. Let's do it.
In the form of Sonic.
All right, let's get into our recommendations.
Let's do it.
Yes! Yes! Oh! 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 Oh, God. Oh.
I'll have what she's having.
Hell yeah. I'm just going to say this right now is, my recommendation is give Sonic 3 more money. Let's get it way above Mufasa. Does the streaming money, does that count towards their total box office? Damn it. If it's still in theaters, go see it in theaters then, guys. Let's get it above Mufasa. Fuck that movie.
Fuck that movie. I agree with you on that one. February 9th, instead of watching the Super Bowl, go watch Sonic 3.
Ooh, okay, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
Yeah. Boycott the Super Bowl. Show the NFL. Do not give them your money. Do not sports bet. Don't fall to the trap because they're going to take your money.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to see the Chiefs win and Travis Kelce propose to Taylor Swift because I swear if that happens, you know this is rigged. And when it happens, mark my word, January 29th at 11:04 p.m. This is the second time I've said this. This is documented time that this happens on February 9th when the Chiefs win their three-peat and Travis Kelce proposes to Taylor Swift. The NFL is rigged, and it is more fake than WWE.
I hear you. We'll see what happens. We gotta wrap this up because I gotta go shit.
Hey guys! Oh, big gulp, son.
That's a big gulp.
All right.
Your toilet's gonna have.
Well, see you later.
Get me out! Get some out. Shit out of me.
Turtle head poking out.
Can't move too much. It might come out.
Be sure to visit bmoviesbeyond.com.
Do it.